Wow, these mugs and everything. This is fantastic.
It's a chilled mug as well, which you have to appreciate.
Dang.
The value of the chilled mug.
Kelsey!
Underoos!
Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
I am one
Cheers.
hungry king of the world.
It like melts in your mouth.
Listeners who are familiar with iCarly will recognize the famous spaghetti tacos. We are sprinkling candy corn, marshmallows, and M&Ms onto spaghetti with red sauce right now.
The M&Ms. Welcome to Backseat Directing.
Where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew.
and Aaron.
We put out new episodes every Monday and Thursday.
And on this episode, we're trying fictional foods.
A 3, 2, 1, action.
I don't know if we're just excited or what, but it seemed like we were yelling during that intro.
I'm super excited. We're here with a really special episode. So, Fictional Foods was an idea of one of our close friends, Keegan. And Keegan and his sister, Kelsey, actually are volunteering, doing us a huge favor today. They're making us foods from across different fictional mediums. So we have from different movies and shows, and we'll show you guys as they come along that me and Aaron are going to get to try today. And we're just going to kind of chat. We're going to update our box office draft a little bit, talk about what's been going on with that, and talk about the foods and the movies that they come from, and talk about how good the foods turn out. So I'm so excited because I just get to lay back and eat, and I really had to do very little preparation for this.
I know this episode is going to be fun. We're just going to kind of be sitting back and chatting, whatever kind of comes to mind. We'll be spitting it out, but then we're also trying these foods that we see on the big screen. Some of them are going to be really good. Some of them are probably going to be really disgusting.
Well, you'll see. But let us know what you think of this episode. Let us know if you want to see us do this again when it's all said and done, or what fictional foods you want to try the most, or want to see us try.
Maybe we missed some that we could do for part 2.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I'm so excited for some of these.
All right, so should we get started?
I say we get right into it and try our first food.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Kelsey! They really are helping us out a ton today. So thanks again to Keegan and Kelsey. But while Kelsey is bringing us our first thing, I definitely do want to thank anybody who watches or listens to this episode on any platform. It means a ton. And definitely share us with friends and family. It helps out the show a ton.
All right.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Wow, these mugs and everything. This is fantastic.
It's a chilled mug as well, which you have to appreciate.
Dang.
The value of the chilled mug.
Above and beyond.
They specifically did that.
All right, Andrew, what do we have in front of us?
So if you're listening, we have butterbeer in front of us. Beautiful, beautiful golden butterbeer with delicious whipped cream on top, just for that flair and style and extra sweetness. This is from the Harry Potter series, originally described in the books by J.K. Rowling and brought to life in the movies. And if you've read or watched Harry Potter, you have a craving for butterbeer. A lot of us have tried it. Me and Aaron live in Florida, so I've had it at Universal. Have you?
Same. I had the like slushy version.
The frozen one.
Oh, so good.
I think
I'm a sucker for a frozen drink.
As far as Universal goes, I think the frozen one's better.
Yes.
For me personally, but I'm excited to try this homemade version because they made this.
Yeah.
So do you want to take our first steps? Wait, let's do it. Yeah, a little clink.
To backseat directing.
To backseat directing. Oh, God. Oh, that's fire.
That's really good.
Oh, that's delicious. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. So,
You really had to get through the whipped cream.
oh, yeah.
But then once it came flooding through the cream,
It balanced the flavors.
So
I'm
good.
not a big cream soda guy.
I'm sorry, I'm going to.
Yeah, go ahead. And if you're watching a video, watch Aaron's mustache for that delicious little that little got milk look that he's got. But dude, the cream soda balances.
I think I got it on my nose.
Gas. That's straight. That's really good. I mean, I expected it to be good already, so my expectations were high.
We should have brought napkins in here.
You don't need napkins. Yeah, I got 2 napkins at the end of my forearms right here. It's a little.
Man,
I'll get right close to the mic for that.
it's been a while since I've had butterbeer, even at Universal. But man, this is really good. It's almost better than I remember it being.
Dude, I'm like
I thought it was going to be sweeter, but it's like you said, it's just the right amount.
Yeah,
This is good.
the whipped cream is is so perfect with this. It's such a dude. You're chugging it.
That wasn't even a big sip. It's just a lot of whipped cream, so you got to really tip, you know?
I think I'm gonna keep this around to pair with
Yeah.
like some of the other meals.
Yeah, I don't know how well it will go with anything else we're trying, but yeah, I don't want to chug it.
Do you want to bring in like our appetizer while we start to talk about the box office draft?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Kelsey!
Underoos.
Okay, yeah, so our box office draft, for those of you who are new to our channel, at the beginning of 2023, Andrew and I did a draft picking the best or the most top grossing movies of 2023 that we thought were going to happen. We do a lot of drafts on this show. We actually have a draft that we're filming right after this. It's a fun way to do like a top 5, a top 10 kind of list without having any repeats. It's a way for Andrew and I to kind of compete, for the audience to get involved and vote on a winner. It does hurt my heart a little bit when people vote for Andrew. I mean, his ego's big enough already. We don't have to like fuel the fire, but it's nice that you guys like the podcast and enjoy voting and stuff. But the box office draft, we each drafted 5 movies. We went back and forth of which ones we thought were going to make the most amount of money. At the end of this year, we're going to see whose team earned the most, and they'll be declared the box office winner. So we started out early with both of us having quite a few movies coming out. But now, Andrew, your team is wrapped up.
Yeah, it makes me a little nervous to see my team like kind of fully exposed and out there, because I know roughly what my total is. I mean, Barbie's still number 2 at the box office, even after like 6 or 7 weeks. So my team is like still has the crawl left in it, but it's pretty much where it's going to land. So there is a nerve-wracking factor to that. I know exactly what your team needs to make to beat me.
Right.
And it's absolutely not unattainable. You've got 2 movies left. They're superhero movies, which, you know, that's creates a little fear.
Normally, that's a good thing. But it seems like in the last year and a half or so, it could be a hit or miss thing, especially with some of the DC stuff that's been going on this year. Which was kind of hard to predict at the beginning of the year. You know, like it really fell apart in 2023 for DC's movies. But Andrew, why don't you go through your team real quick, and then I'll go through my team.
With totals included?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first movie I had that came out this year was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. On a $200 million budget, it grossed kind of a disappointing $476 million. For most of the year, it's been in the top 10 grossing movies, so it did okay, aggressively.
Yeah. Not terrible, but
disappointing.
yeah, for a box office draft, definitely.
Then we had Fast 10 and Spider-Man come out, which Fast 10 on a $340 million, disgustingly huge budget.
That's too much.
It grossed $704 million, so it's one of the heaviest hitters on my team. So I'm pretty proud of it, but I expected a bit more.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I would say, really kind of outperformed my expectations in a sense.
That's like one of your sleepers.
Yeah, seriously. And I'm glad, because I was rooting for it so hard either way.
Right.
So to get to root for it and for it to be a summer success.
It's like the rebel child, you know, like you know that they have the potential in them, but you just don't know if they're going to show up.
But is everyone going to accept them?
Right.
You know, that's
Yeah.
So Spider-Man on a $150 million budget, Across the Spider-Verse made $689 million. So really, if you don't know, really, really good for an animated movie. Huge.
Definitely.
And then Mission Impossible came out the week before Barbie. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning on a huge $290 million budget kind of grossed a disappointing $560 million for me. It's definitely short of where the studio wanted it to fall. It's short of where I wanted it to fall. I drafted this first in the drafting order, number 1 overall pick in the whole draft. I thought that this movie was going to be huge off the Tom Cruise success.
That's a flop.
Yeah,
in terms of the draft.
Off the previous movies, off of Top Gun Maverick, I thought it would do way more, but it's okay. It got overshadowed because the following weekend, Oppenheimer and Barbie dropped and just did disgusting. And
they went nuclear.
Yeah, and then we had my final pick in my draft, which Barbie actually turned out to be my heaviest hitter.
Yeah.
My number 5 pick coming surging up from the bottom on a $100 million budget is currently at $1.38 billion. Excuse me, dollars. $1.38 billion. So, God, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my child
It's
here.
the number 1 grossing movie of the year.
Directed from director Greta Gerwig. I mean, it says it all. She's such an incrable filmmaker.
Not even the end of the year, and I'm already eating my words. I didn't think it was.
I can't wait to cut together a clip of you doubting Barbie, but it was such a phenomenal movie.
Epic highlight reel for sure.
I love that for especially for Barbie and Across the Spider-Verse. I have two movies that I personally root for to win, and from outside of the draft and then inside the draft to see them on my team have that success. Has just been exciting for me to watch those numbers climb. Yeah. But before
what do we have in front of us?
Let's eat this before we get to your pick. So I showed it to the camera once already. These are spinach puffs. So you might recognize these from Emperor's New Groove, Kronk's specialty. It's really simple. I'll get you the recipe. But unfortunately, Cusco never gets to try these, but we are going to. So do you want to go ahead and take a bite?
Yeah.
Pick which one is the most.
This one looks delicious.
I like this one.
Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
I am one hungry king of the world.
It like melts in your mouth. That's fantastic. That's so good.
So
we should have them cook for us every episode. What are we doing?
Keegan told me not to lie. Not to lie when I review this, not to go soft on him. So I will say, this shit is goddamn delicious. Oh my God. I don't like eating. I don't like eating in front of people. I feel like Ryan Gosling in that interview. And you get like a coat.
It feels, or it tastes kind of like a Red Lobster bun. You know that they bring out. It's got the butter on it.
Bro, that's
so good.
This is so flaky. Like it's perfect crunch on the outside. The dynamic change from the crunch to like the soft, mushy inside is like there's so many textures in it. And there's so many flavors. I get to pretend I'm eating healthy because there's spinach in the name. Like, there's just so many positives. I love something like this. If they put this out in front of me at a restaurant,
gone.
I would just be eating one after the other. Like, and then I wouldn't be hungry for my entree.
It's so good.
I try to control myself. Like, listen to this. I'm gonna put my bite into the mic. I'm sorry. Skip ahead 5 seconds. You don't want to hear this, but it's so crunch. This is delicious crunch.
Yeah. All right, let's go over my box office team. I had Super Mario Bros. Is my heavy hitter. And that, for the longest time, was the top grossing movie of the year until like a week or two ago. And that brought in $1.359 billion. So that gave me a big lead kind of early.
Game recognized game.
Yeah, I also had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That one had a $250 million budget. Sorry, Super Mario had a $100 million budget, which to make 1.3 billion is wild, right? But Guardians of the Galaxy, $250 million budget, which is about the average for these superhero movies. It brought in a pretty good $845 million. I was happy with that. The Little Mermaid, $250 million budget as well. I was hoping to get a little more out of this one, considering Andrew's melting over there. Considering that all the other live action Disney remakes have made $1 billion, all but one, and that was at like 900 million.
Bro, hold on a second. So sorry to interrupt you, but just look at that beautiful, like the cloud-like frothing of the whipped cream in my butterbeer. Bro,
delicious.
I'm in the Three Broomsticks right now. I'm chilling with Hagrid right now. I'm entranced into the world of Harry Potter. I gotta tell you, I just watched the first 3 movies, so I watched up through Prisoners of Azkaban last week. So I'm in the Harry Potter mindset. So this is different right now. I feel like I could cast a damn spell right now.
Do it. If you could, what would it be?
Avada Kedavra. My bad.
What?
I meant Expelliarmus.
Okay. Little Mermaid brought $569 million.
Way less than what you were expecting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was scared shitless when you drafted Little Mermaid because you had like charted out mathematically the success of the previous live action adaptations.
Like I said, 4 of the 5 other live action remakes that Disney has done billion.
Bro, when you explained that to me, when you made that pick, I was like, God damn, he's cooking right now.
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude, I went in deep for this. I
forgot-
did a lot of research for this draft, trying to figure out like what was what.
it's crazy how close I think it's going to turn out. I kind of mostly like went off gut feelings, and like vibes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to turn out pretty damn close. I am nervous about
I try to really go off of like previous stats,
but you had flawless logic behind all your picks.
right.
Mermaid, I'm not so sure why it underperformed compared with other live action adaptations.
Yeah, maybe it's just the interest is just dying out, like especially streaming. I feel like streaming is a big thing too.
It's also a very busy like summer. Like
Yeah.
spring,
Oh, yeah.
spring and summer.
Summer was wild because I mean,
So many options.
the last 3 years have not been ideal for the theaters, and it seemed like all of the movies were coming out this summer.
Do you want to call in our next pick before you finish your team?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then you can, while she's getting ready.
Yeah.
Start. 1, 2, 3.
Kelsey. Okay, my next two picks actually haven't come out yet, so we're still waiting. So I have The Marvels, another superhero movie, and Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, another superhero movie. And that one, I'm so scared.
Bro,
Oh, look at this.
sheesh. You're something else.
Oh,
You're an
man.
angel.
It's overflowing. Okay. Andrew, what do we have in front of us?
So, guess
I'm
who
gonna need
are
two hands for this.
guess listeners who are familiar with iCarly will recognize the famous spaghetti tacos. This is a personal favorite for me that I've always wanted to try. Just a creation of Spencer, Carly's older brother on that show, always making like wacky foods and doing wacky original art pieces. The spaghetti taco is obviously the marriage of spaghetti and a taco. It's spaghetti and meatballs inside a taco shell, and it just makes absolutely no sense, but also looks fun and tasty.
I really enjoy tacos and I love spaghetti, so why not put them together into one?
They're two of my favorite meals, to be honest with you. Like tacos, one of the most reliable, easy to make.
Yeah.
Spaghetti, also pretty easy to make.
Yeah, I'd argue even easier.
Yeah.
Less ingredients. You just boom.
And both just like simple, delicious dishes.
Yeah.
So why not put them together?
All right, should we take a bite?
But yeah.
Here, let's choose plates so we don't or here, ready?
Oh, we're clinking plates.
Yeah. We've cheers to everything else.
This is gonna be a mess.
Ready? And
Dink.
click. All right, you got to get a bite with the meatball here.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
Mike, close.
I have to unhinge my jaw. I'm so sorry.
You guys.
I'm so sorry to people that had to watch me eat that. Oh my god. I'm not gonna make it. Oh. It was good. It was good. It was really tasty though. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it together so I can explain what just
That was like so disgusting. I'll take another bite.
Okay, so if you haven't been able to tell from our last like 3 episodes that we filmed, Andrew's been a little congested, have a little bit of allergies going on. When he took a bite the first time, his nose was just leaking all over.
Bro. Shut up, bro. Stop talking about me.
He had spaghetti and meatballs with some snot sprinkled on top.
Oh my god.
We tried to like hide it, but it was just too. It was there. I'm crying.
I'm gonna spit out butterbeer. It's the only thing. I'm gonna find something to make this grosser if you're gonna make me laugh while I'm drinking.
Okay. For the actual tacos,
Damn good.
it's not bad. I kind of like the crunch in the spaghetti.
Yeah. No, it's difficult to eat. Is the only drawback, but that's the design.
Tacos are difficult to eat, anyways.
The preparation's amazing, and these meat. Oh, I hope the mic's gonna pick up my burp too. Come on, bro.
Andrew's struggling over here.
God.
Manners out the window.
I'm gonna watch you intently eat your food. Oh gosh. I'm like, no, I didn't plan this well with my mic like placement around my arm.
Okay, so for the box office draft, Andrew's team right now is in the lead and has $3.8 billion. And my team is at $2.7 billion. So right now, I am just over $1 billion away from Andrew. So right now, the difference between him and I is $1,039,743,092. So he's got quite the lead right now, which is an uncomfortable feeling because I've been in the lead the entire time up until this point.
Suck it.
Jesus. So I have 2 movies left though, so I just need them to average like $575 million, and I'm in the clear. But Aquaman has not sounded very good.
Dude.
Seems like first screenings of it hasn't gone well. We haven't even gotten a trailer yet. We haven't heard any news about it. Is it going to get rescheduled? It's supposed to come out on Christmas, so it might get pushed to the next year, which means it won't count towards this draft. And I'll get my benched player, which is Transformers.
Yeah, we drafted a backup for both of our teams. So for mine, was it Indy? I had to reference the original episode to double check.
Maybe.
But Aaron's bench player was Transformers, Rise of the Beast. So he'll get that movie if one of his. So we planned for in case one of our movies get pushed or.
Which is a solid. It made a solid amount of money, but it would be the lowest so far on all of the movies that we've drafted. I think it brought in like 420.
Lower than Ant-Man then.
Lower than Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, the current lowest.
Yep. It brought in $438 million. Ant-Man was at 476. So not ideal, but it doesn't seem like Aquaman's going to bring in a ton. Anyways, the Marvels, I feel like could be hit or miss.
Dude, these meatballs are pretty well seasoned. Not to distract from your current line of thinking, but there's a little bit of spice to it. It's pretty damn good.
Again, just only criticism, hard to eat.
I don't know that Spencer was chefing it up like this. I feel like meatballs probably more bland than this.
But yeah, what do you think about the Marvels and Aquaman? Not just like, oh, I hope your team does bad, but the movies themselves. How do you think they're going to do? Are they marketing the movie well? Like, what's going on with these 2 movies?
Personally, and I've gone back and forth a lot with my fiance about this, I don't think the Marvels has a very good trailer. I think it has a pretty generic trailer. So,
well, that was the teaser trailer that came out first.
Yeah.
That we saw. They just came out with a full trailer last week. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'm not into watching trailers for movies. I'm going to watch either way, just like you. So, I haven't seen that one either, but I think, I don't know. I think that with these particular movies, I think that it could absolutely go either way. I think either way, I think it will be close. I think between you and me, there's going to be a $200-300 million spread, which in the grand scheme of $4 billion between our teams is pretty close.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be $200-300 million difference. Either, I think if you're below me, it'll be closer than if you're above me. Because I think these movies, both of them only having to make $450 million, both of their predecessors made $1 billion. So like, if half the people that went and saw their predecessors will come out to see this one, if the climate of the movie industry and fans haven't changed that drastically, then you win.
Yeah, and it also is not including how many times I'm going to go watch these movies to boost my numbers. You know, I'm prepared to go probably 100 times for each of them. You know, like,
Did you see Little Mermaid?
No.
So having not seen Little Mermaid and having not seen Super Mario Bros.
I've only seen one on my team.
I'm supposed to believe that you're going to carry these last 2 movies to success on your own back, on your own wallet.
I've been saving it, okay? I've been saving it for the movies that need it most.
Aaron's been investing in GameStop this whole time, waiting for these movies to come out. He's going to single-handedly ride them to success. Right. You want to see if our dessert's ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all? That's all we got left?
Technically, there's 2 more courses left.
Ooh, okay.
The dessert and then like the mystery course.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
Kelsey! You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Mystery Mouse.
Mystery Mouse Couture. It reminds me of Underoos every time.
Yeah. Underoos. I see. So Andrew's typically logged into the Backseat Directing account. So when I go on that account to post the episodes,
Thank you so much.
sorry, I got distracted here. Ah. Let's. What is this?
So this is beignets inspired by The Princess and the Frog. So it's a dessert that you'll commonly see in Louisiana, which is where that movie takes place. And let me just give both cameras a better look at this. I feel like on your camera, like an angelic light is just emanating from him, like in my mind. It's like, it
is
like a heavenly glow.
I can see it in person.
But it's like, look at this. It's delicious. They
I don't even know where to begin.
made their own dough and they rolled this out and they covered it in powdered sugar. I mean,
Keegan and Kelsey went way too far for this.
Thank you again.
This
Keegan
was
Kelsey,
too much. This was too much.
they chefed it up, dude. They really went in on this. You're going to hear the crack of this in a second, especially if you're just listening on audio. You'll hear the crack of this beignet in the mic. I've been doing the whole thing. Like when you were talking to, I was drinking my butterbeer and I was like,
So fantastic. Okay.
this Netflix subtitles,
yeah.
orgasmic moaning.
All right.
I'm going to like actually pull my plate over here.
that's what I was gonna
and
do
get some
too.
powdered sugar over the plate.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Ready?
First bite. Oh, which one do I want? Oh, the honey.
Here.
Okay, I'll give you a little.
Ready?
Give it a little tap.
Cheers. They've done it again. They got Andrew dancing over here. Oh my gosh.
I love sweets.
Yeah. Pastries aren't normally my favorite thing in the world, but this is pretty good.
I love
That's
sweet
pretty good.
stuff. Oh God.
Andrew, while you're devouring that right now, let's talk about some of the movies that we passed up this year on this box office draft. Like, what are some movies that you wish you drafted, whether they're on my team or movies that we missed completely?
Well, I mean, talking about what's on your team, I obviously wish that I had drafted Mario. So
I don't even think that was on your list. Was it?
wasn't. No. No, I mean, it was on my overall list. But I wasn't sure I was going to pick it in my top 5 because, especially with Wanting Spider-Verse, I didn't want 2 animated movies because the animated movies don't tend to do as well.
Right.
Like when you're looking for the highest grossing movie of the year, Mario's like the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
Yeah.
So like they don't tend to do that well. So I was nervous, especially to pick both. When you picked Mario, cleared up my mentality to easily go with Spider-Verse because I wanted to root for it anyway.
Yep.
But now I wish I had it because it's a runaway success with $1.3 billion. And then the other one that obviously comes to mind is Oppenheimer. I wish I could trade out one of my picks for Oppenheimer, especially because it's still on the
We missed
board.
it. Yeah, we missed it.
I always think about what I could have switched for Ant-Man, mostly because obviously Ant-Man's the lowest.
If you wouldn't
on
have
my team.
if you wouldn't have drafted Ant-Man, it was on my list. It was
That's
like
why. That's why I wish I could trade Ant-Man out because then I know you would have picked Ant-Man and I would have got a huge leg up.
Yeah.
Because if I had left it on the board, I know you would have taken it. Then you would have like the Marvel team.
Right.
But what do you wish you had picked?
I'm gonna pull up the highest grossing movies of 2023.
We drafted most of them, but the one we missed was Oppenheimer.
Yep.
That's why I wish I had Oppenheimer because that climbed up the ranks in a way we did not see coming. Obviously, Nolan's the America's love for Nolan and cinephiles' love for Nolan has more reach than even we anticipated.
I think Barbie really helped Oppenheimer out because it became like this big event, you know?
Yeah.
Is this list right?
This looks like domestic. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all domestic. So,
Is there a way to change that? Let's see.
like, see how Fast 10 isn't in there?
I don't want
because it's only domestic. Yeah. Fast 10's that way down there.
Worldwide. Here we go. Mr. Worldwide. Dang, Oppenheimer's in 3. It's the third highest grossing movie of the year, bringing in $853 million. And
It just got
neither
released
of
in
us
China.
drafted it.
And just got released in China too, which is a huge market.
Yeah. So let's go through. Barbie's in first, Andrew's team.
Let's go.
Super Mario Bros. Over here, Aaron's team. Oppenheimer was in third, and neither of us picked it. Guardians 3 on my team. Fast 5 over at Andrew. In 6, we have Across the Spider-Verse over on Andrew's team. The Little Mermaid on my team over here. And then 8, we have Mission Impossible. Dang, I feel like that's still pretty high, huh?
Yeah. It's not bad for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we only missed 1 out of the top 8 so far.
Yeah, I mean, killer, dude. We did really well.
Yeah. Elemento has snuck up in there into the 9th place.
First of all, Elemental.
Sorry.
You come into my house and get my wife's name right. Christina.
Okay.
I love that movie. It was really good. It was initially kind of seen as a failure. This opening weekend was trash. But I sang its praises from the start. I really liked it. I wish we could have had time to do an episode on it. But yeah, then it kind of climbed to become a summer success. Like initially not very good, but here it is in the top 10. Those two, I feel like I could really likely see them getting edged out. It's tough to say though, because a lot of movies are getting pushed with everything that's going on with the strikes, which I have acknowledged time and time again in our episodes. I like to bring it up as much as we can. At least we usually bring it up once per episode.
Moment of silence, please.
We support everything that the WGA and SAG-AFTRA is doing. We support their message. We are not tied with any studios. We don't do any studio promotion. So we are not siding with studios. We're just doing our own thing. But
Strong, independent men.
which the world has been asking for. More of them. Just kidding. No one has. But Elemental's really, really damn good. I'm glad to see that it got, its flowers a little bit here. I think that and Ant-Man by the end of the year will probably get pushed out.
So right now, in the top 10, there's 2 movies that we did not draft. Oppenheimer in 3rd, and Elemental in 9th. So
Oppenheimer's not going anywhere.
yeah, no. So pretty darn good. We were pretty accurate on what the highest was going to be, and I thought we were going to do pretty good. It's not that hard to determine like the best movies of the year.
We kind of went pretty for our draft too. We kind of, the way you read it out, it's like me, you, me, you, me. So like we kind of have a pretty even spread right now. The question is, your 2 movies, if they're going to crack the top 10, and then that'll be a total game changer.
Yeah.
Break the draft and send me home crying.
God, I hope so. I hope so.
I will literally be pissed.
I know. I hope so.
After all, because I have to wait a literal year for my get back if I even get one. Because we'll do it again next year, but it'll be ages until I can get revenge.
Yep.
So that's going to send me spiraling.
I have to say, I am so excited that we're going to make this a yearly thing.
It's going to be so much fun.
This was so fun. It's kept me very engaged with like not only the movies that are coming out, but keeping up with the scores and how much people are going to see them, what the pre-release reviews are and all that stuff. It's like really kept me engaged. It's been a lot of fun. It's kind of like our version of fantasy football, you know? Super cool.
I want to come back to these damn fine beignets for a second and just say that they made Tiana proud. These are good. These are delicious. They're heavenly. Again, I'm going to sing the praises of textures. Texture's been the theme through all these foods for me. There's a delicious crunch on the outside. These are golden brown if you're just listening. Like,
so good.
Listen to let's see if you can hear it. You can hear my finger run across that crispy outer shell on the microphone. I mean, they're crispy. They're crunchy.
Head to our OnlyFans
for our ASMR video. The inside is soft. I mean, there's a honey glaze on it. There's the delicious, powdered sugar is it's purely just releasing chemicals of happiness in my brain. So it's delicious. And it's everything that I wanted when I saw it on screen, like the smoke coming off of them that really makes you hungry for it. Same thing with the spinach puffs. It's that smoke that in animated stuff, when they have the smoke coming off it, you're like, I'm salivating. But these are good.
Butterbeer.
Dude, I kind of wish I drafted Elemental because that's a movie I was super excited for from D23 last year. I was super excited for it with D23 because I just love the look of it. Yeah. And the movie was emotional. I cried like twice watching Elemental. So I think it was genuinely really good. And I'm glad that's up here in the top 10.
Yeah.
What did you say was the one you wish you had picked?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Now that especially
money-wise.
The top 3.
Yeah. And yeah, I I mean, we've kind of taken all the other ones that were kind of in that top 10. So I feel like Oppenheimer's the biggest one slept on. For me, it was underestimating the power of Barbie, for sure. You know,
Barbie.
I definitely did not think it was going to be as big as it was. And I think what helped it was that it became this experience, you know, that we got to dress up for.
You hear that?
Shut up. No, no one hears anything. No one hears anything.
Anywhere else I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny? Do you want to get our next thing of food in here, and we'll finish up by talking about the things that narrowly missed the top 10 and what we liked?
Absolutely.
All right,
ready?
Kelsey! They're going to hate us after today.
Yeah, they're never going to do this again. There's not going to be a part 2.
There's no more room in my stomach anymore. And like, this is our last mystery dish. Did you forget what it was?
Yeah. Oh man.
We're gonna have to like put this together too. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Just listening. Kelsey just brought us in a 2-liter of Diet Coke.
Andrew's.
I'm sorry, a 2-liter of Coca-Cola, not Diet Coke. I'm used to saying Diet Coke because my fiance is diabetic.
Oh my gosh.
Holy goodness.
Are we putting the Coke in this?
I think so.
The chocolate syrup on top? Man.
Oh god.
More spaghetti.
No. So this is the meal from Elf. Iconically
Classic.
We get to see Buddy the Elf, played by Will Ferrell. Oh God. So I think we sprinkle this on.
Yep.
That's what that. So
and our candy on.
we have a cup full of candy with candy corn, marshmallows, and M&Ms to sprinkle onto our spaghetti, which has sauce on it.
Whew. What are you looking for?
I think we just need syrup though.
Oh.
Kelsey. But we have Hershey's, and I think we're putting regular syrup on this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So it's the candy,
This is gonna actually.
Hershey syrup, and then she's bringing regular syrup.
Yeah, I think we need regular.
I hate regular syrup. It's disgusting.
Here, let me go get the syrup. I'll be right back.
All right. While he's leaving, I need to find something to talk about here. So I'm gonna sift through some of the flops of the year, and we have down here. Let's see. I just saw one. Oh, The Flash. The Flash is in 16th, which is actually higher than I was expecting. But man, did it underperform like a son of a gun.
Yeah, the Flash,
bro.
16.
The Flash,
Dude,
which that's higher than I thought it was going to be. But the budget is it's $270 million, but that's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
I've been saying
it's way more than that.
I've been saying all year that budget's a lie.
Yeah, it's
They did so many three rounds of
350
reshoots.
plus. Yeah, like there's no way that that's right. Plus marketing on top of that, they're probably close to 400.
They were making that movie for like 10 damn years.
Dude, this thing was in theaters for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if that.
The only time people talked about it was opening weekend.
Dude, it brought in $108 million.
The amount they paid to market that movie was insane too, because you saw it everywhere on everything. And it brought in like the most piss poor budget.
Yeah, so bad.
Piss poor revenue. Like 108? That is a huge flop. That's got to be one of the hugest flops in movie history, I swear.
Yes. Where was Shazam? Oof.
Shazam's a flop also.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I didn't even know it made that little. 57 million?
Shazam brought in 57 million.
Shazam never crossed 100 million?
Dang. I didn't realize that. Their budget's a lot smaller, 133 million, but they're nowhere even close to breaking even on that.
I think Blue Beetle.
That's bad.
Where's Blue Beetle? Because I think it crossed
Beetle right
100
here.
million, right?
Nope.
Jeez. Good
Not
Lord.
yet.
Oh,
Pop-Tarts.
thank you. Oh, we got the final piece. I totally forgot about this.
Me too.
You want to start putting together our Buddy the Elf spaghetti?
Yeah, let's do it.
My stomach is cringing.
We gotta start with the candy.
Clink.
Yep.
Clink. Ding.
I don't want to waste all of this candy.
So if you're listening,
Come on.
we are sprinkling candy corn, marshmallows, and M&Ms onto spaghetti with red sauce right now.
For the M&Ms.
This, I'm not gonna lie, this looks really appetizing. Like I'm super pumped for this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sprinkles. Here, I'll sprinkle you up. You sprinkle me up.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, it's not even open. Hold on.
What a year of movies. Like,
So Blue Beetle still in theaters, right?
Yes, but
$58 million on a $104 million budget.
But
That's not terrible. It was originally supposed to go to streaming.
but it's already slowing down. I think that it's.
They're probably not going to break even on it.
I think it came in third at the box office last weekend as of recording this.
Okay.
Just take the lid
That's
off.
that's sad design. Come on, great value. Andrew, yum.
That's enough sprinkles. Give me your plate, you son of a. Yeah, get sprinkled up, boy. Yeah, if you're excited,
like Christmas.
if you're excited to watch us eat this, then you're sadistic.
Is this open?
You hear that
It is.
that crunch? That's the sound of a freshly opened bag of Pop-Tarts. Here, Aaron, this is
Ooh,
for you.
I'm just gonna leave it full.
You're gonna leave it full.
Use my fork to kill it. All right,
Breaking mine up a little bit. I'm not
that's
mad with
Totally
it.
enough. Okay, what else am I missing? Syrup.
Syrup.
Oh, can I pass on the syrup?
If you really want to. You go with the chocolate syrup, and I'll go with the regular syrup.
All right, sounds good. We got to get a good bite full of
watching
all the
this?
ingredients.
You seeing this? Oh,
Ooh.
all
So
right.
I have a very sensitive stomach. So this is probably not going to end well. I got a pretty good bite here, Andrew. I want to take this at the same time as you, so
I'm gonna get some Pop-Tart in mine.
load it up.
Oh my god. I don't think you like this is a joke to you if you're watching this on camera, but like to me this is a stomach ache and a half. Okay,
You know,
you ready?
especially after all the good food that we just ate. It's like
Undoing
we're
everything.
really ending with a bang here.
All
All
right.
right.
3, 2, 1, cheers.
We got the candy corn first.
Syrup just touched my chin.
Okay, candy corn's really taking over here. I think I need an M&M.
Candy corn is honestly overpowers all other flavors. And just to, you know what would make this even more horrific? Drinking pure sugar out of a 2 liter of Diet Coke. But that's what completes it. Buddy loves. I might say Diet Coke again, but Buddy loves soda.
So I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Dude, it was not that bad.
It tasted like candy corn, and it just tasted like the candy, honestly.
I don't even like candy corn.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I'm gonna take another.
I'm making like a float right now because there's still.
That's probably another thing I was tasting there was the marshmallow.
Coke. I read an article that said Will Ferrell, when filming Up, he had like ingested so much sugar that he had issues. Did I say Up? In Elf, when Will Ferrell was eating like all this, because you can see him actually eating this, like with his bare hands, he crushes everything together,
Yeah.
shoves it into his mouth. So
I'm gonna get a stomachache.
you know, you do a couple takes of that. He ate so much sugar for that movie and like drank so much soda that he actually had issues with like insomnia and like
Really, I believe it. Sugar's
energy
dangerous.
issues. Yeah.
Dude.
They say it's addictive. They say it's like as addictive as like some narcotics.
This was not as bad as I thought. I'm gonna stop eating it.
I'm just
though,
gonna
so
avoid
my
the candy corn.
Stomach doesn't hurt, but I can't taste the spaghetti at all. Can you? I just taste the candy.
I don't taste red sauce.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of sauce on here since it was part of the tacos, but yeah, I don't taste spaghetti at all.
I'm just gonna finish my plate. No, I'm just playing. No, there's no chance.
Andrew, what are some of the movies, kind of wrapping up this episode here, what are some of the movies that were really good that you saw this year that aren't necessarily like in the top 15, top 20? You know, like for me, the first one that really sticks out, movie that's one of my favorite movies of the year, Creed 3.
Well, Creed 3, I think, actually performed surprisingly well. I mean, it outdid The Flash, which wasn't that hard to do. But
It didn't make. Oh, yeah, here we go.
made the top 15, just
Oh,
barely.
wait, were we looking at this wrong? We were looking at the domestic numbers earlier.
Yeah, we're going to look at the worldwide.
So right here, Flash brought in the 268. So I was getting them confused. I thought
Yeah,
this
and-
first number here was the budget, the second was the box.
And I was correct about Blue Beetle. It did just pass 100 million.
Yeah. Okay, so let's correct those numbers real quick. The Flash worldwide brought in $268 million. What was the other one that we talked about? Shazam, $133 million.
Yeah, so not quite as bad as we thought.
Yeah.
But still, huge flop 268 million on like
Yeah.
their budget was like in my mind their budget's $300 million at least bare
Yeah.
minimum.
The Meg 2 did better than Flash.
That's freaking insane.
That's crazy. That's
Also,
wild.
John Wick Chapter 4 did better on like half the budget.
Yeah, where's that?
It's right here at 12.
Okay, yeah.
John Wick Chapter 4 performed actually really well at the box office. I think best of the franchise. So
Yeah, but Creed 3, one of my favorite movies of this year. I've put it on while I'm working out at least 3 times.
yeah, I know you love
it.
that movie.
I just love the like new cinematic approach that they took. You know, the stylization of the fights and stuff was really good, but then the story was really meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the dynamic between the protagonist and the antagonist.
Early on in the year when I saw Creed 3, it was one of my favorite movies of the year. It's still probably in my overall top 10 because it was definitely in my overall top 10 because it told, like you said, a good emotional story between these two characters, really well acted, and then cinematography is really good. The music was phenomenal. So it was
The
really
end
well
fight
crafted.
where they like were fighting, they boxed themselves into the jail cell, and
Yeah, what do they
was so
call it?
cool.
They call it something. It's like magic realism. That's what
Yes.
they call it. And it was just, I love every time that's used. Like the way it's
Yeah.
used in Oppenheimer too is so good. Oppenheimer also, not Oppenheimer the sequel. Can you scroll down a little bit? Because
Yeah.
what I'm seeing from the list, the ones that I like the most, that didn't make it into the top 10, top 15. I really like TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I think that movie is probably pretty much done with its with making any more money. I really liked No Hard Feelings. I thought that movie was hilarious, and like
I just watched that last week. I thought it was okay.
I thought it was really funny.
I thought
It was really enjoyable in theaters. Me and Sierra were rolling around in our seats laughing
Yeah.
when we saw it, and it's one I can feel.
I was hoping that
God, I can feel my burps. I can feel the spaghetti. Like, this is terrible.
But anyways, I was expecting No Hard Feelings to be a little bit better.
Well, I like to see like true comedies being made, and No Hard Feelings is like a true comedy.
Yeah,
there's
it was fun. I watched it with my wife, like you said.
It's not
You
an
and
action
Sierra.
comedy. It's not a superhero
Yeah.
comedy. So it's cool to see a movie like that in theaters. Nowadays, it's just not as common that they get through anymore.
Right.
Somebody was just talking about it recently on a podcast. I think Adam Devine was saying they don't have faith in true comedy movies anymore. They're always like an element of something else. It's like
Right.
Jumanji, or like, so it's like an action comedy, or it's like a superhero movie,
Yeah.
superhero comedy. But that I really enjoyed
appreciated that
Plus an R-rated comedy too.
Yeah.
Like it was really good. I still, movies I have to see still. I still have to see Past Lives. I have to see The Equalizer 3. I have to see Talk to Me. I just went last weekend and saw Bottoms, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But Sierra says it's because I don't get it.
I haven't even heard of that movie.
I think it's like an A24 comedy with Io Adebari.
I really want to see Gran Turismo.
I still want to see that as well.
We were supposed to go see that in the theaters, but our schedule just didn't line up to where we could go see it.
Knock at the Cabin, I thought was really disappointing. Saw that as well.
65, I started it and stopped. It was,
Oh, really? That
was
bad?
not good.
With Adam Driver?
yeah, it was not good.
I didn't like Air that much. I know you liked it more than I did.
I liked Air. Yeah, it was a
bored. I
solid
was bored
movie.
throughout Air.
I think I'm just a little more into the sports side of things, so I was more invested in the actual story itself.
You want to show real quick the camera what your finished product of your plate looks like? So
I like
they give
totally wasted this Pop-Tart.
Kelsey and Keegan gave us all the ingredients to put this together, and we just mashed up Pop-Tarts and put freaking sprinkles and all kinds of candy on the spaghetti.
We should hold this in our thumbnail.
We should. It grossed me out a lot more in the movie than actually taking a bite of it. Didn't realize.
Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. It just tastes like candy.
So if you want to make this at home and eat it, it's like, and try it just to feel like you're in the elf.
You might get diabetes.
Yeah, you might spike your blood sugar, but this, I mean, it's not that bad. It's
not that bad.
it's a food from a classic, beloved Christmas movie. Elf is
When it comes
iconic.
Christmas time, throw this on the plate, put the movie on the
Elf
TV.
on the screen.
Yeah, there you go.
It's iconic, dude.
I'm sure if you have kids, they would love it.
This has got to be.
Could you imagine Zoe?
They're going feral over this. Just face first into the candy.
All right, out of everything we've tried today, what was your favorite?
Spinach puffs.
Yeah, me too. For me, it's hard. Butterbeer, spinach puffs, they're pretty close.
Bro, those spinach
Equal.
puffs were so good.
They're so good. I'm gonna eat
Heavenly,
more
100%.
as soon as we're done recording here. Anything you want to say to finish off what movies have come out so far in 2023? We are in September now, so the end of the year is quickly approaching, man.
I need to see how your team finishes up, dude. I'm excited. Everyone in the audience, lend me your power. like a spirit bomb vote, like send my team good energy. We want me to win, so I have shit talking rights for all of 2024. Like
Andrew's
give
gonna
me those
talk shit
vibes.
no matter what, so we don't need to give him more reason to.
Give me those good
okay?
vibes. You want Team Barbie. You want Team Barbie. You want me to win.
No.
Root for Team
on,
Andrew.
come on.
Let's just recap who's on our teams and maybe close out.
Let's do it. On my team, I have Super Mario Bros. You want to go back and forth or all
Yeah,
together?
and then I have Barbie.
I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is way more confusing this way.
That's all right. I have The Little Mermaid.
Andrew has Fast 10.
Aaron's got The Marvels.
Andrew has Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
And Aaron finishing off my team, Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom.
And Andrew has Mission Impossible: The Dead Reckoning to finish off Andrew's team.
So, Andrew, what is your total?
So my total is $3,814,000,000.
And I have $2,774,000,000.
Very respectable numbers. Two good teams.
Yeah.
So we got two amazing box office teams and two amazing, or not too amazing, but we've got what, four
Two amazing hosts. Two
amazing hosts.
4 or 5.
amazing courses of food. Exactly.
Perfect.
Math. But yeah, this was thanks again and again and again to Keegan and Kelsey. They put in so much effort for us to do fictional foods today. I got to try things that I've always loved on screen. Like I've always salivated looking at the spinach puffs from Emperor's New Groove or beignets and Princess and the Frog. They brought these foods to life for us. Let us know what foods you thought looked the best. Let us know what you want to try, whether we tried it today or whether it's something that shows up in fiction that we haven't tried today.
Yeah, what should we bring in for part 2? Because
Absolutely.
this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Maybe this would be a cool way to do a recap of 2023 altogether. You know, just have some more food.
Absolutely. Yeah. For our end of the year, talk about who won.
Yep. Thank you so much for everyone who has been watching and supporting the show. Let's see where we're at right now. We have 508 subscribers. You guys are the best people in the whole entire world. Thank you so much for the support. We post full episodes every Monday and Thursday. We haven't missed a single day for over a year. Thank you again. We're on social media everywhere. Backseat Directing. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, everywhere. So hit us up there if you want to have a conversation. Our YouTube comments have been
Going off a little bit lately.
Yeah.
People sending us good long messages where we can really like talk about movies and film.
been choosing winners for our drafts, which
Yeah.
for the first, I don't know, 12 months, we
We
didn't
did.
have any. And then they're also given their draft picks, who they would have picked for our different topics that we have. So that's a lot of fun. We actually are filming another draft tonight with our good friend Justin. So keep an eye out for that. We got a bunch of other stuff coming out. So make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. And that's a wrap.